Hey everybody, this is Michael Cross getting ready to do a live video. Got a couple questions here, one from Kelly. She's a brand new county captain over in Deschutes County, I believe. Want to thank you, Kelly. Then I got a question from Mary. Mary's down in the Eugene area. I'm gonna go over some good stuff, guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So Kelly asked a question I'm gonna read here a second. What's the plan? What can we be doing besides gathering people? You can become a county captain where you live. You can search for events anywhere in the state. When you find these events, anywhere there's a crowd, go ahead and put it up on the events section in this group, please. There's one down in Medford right now this weekend, and I hope we got people down there. There's supposed to be. It's a pear blossom. So if you guys have any friends, spread the word that can get in there for whatever's left for the rest of the day. And it's also going on tomorrow, but I think they got thousands of people down there, and that's down in Medford area, the pear blossom deal. And also be telling people about the GoFundMe. We've got a GoFundMe going right now. We want to raise $100,000. A couple people have made a couple small donations, but you know, $100,000 is not a lot. That's a drop in the bucket for what we're doing. All of us here are volunteers, but you know, it would be nice to be able to send a volunteer to a local copy place, pick up some flyers, that kind of stuff. And so all of that stuff costs money. Another question we have, so apparently some people are telling Mary that it's not legal to recall, I guess, the governor. That's completely not true. I've had a lot of conversations the last week with the Secretary of State. So trust me, it's legal to recall the governor. That's an interesting rumor. I wonder who'd start that. Anyway, I've got a clipboard here. I'm going to show you campaign to recall Governor Brown. And then on the back, I've just attached the flyer. It's good to have a couple of extra pens. They seem to disappear sometimes. And if you're at a large event, bring lots of clipboards. You'll be like an octopus, handing out lots of stuff, like 6 or 8 clipboards per person. We can get the banner. If you want a banner, they're about $60, 60, 65 to hang off the edge of the table, like if we have a booth at that event. And we have a guy donating ad space all over the state for marketing to spread the word. So that's wonderful. That's very, very, very appreciated. And we're going to be setting up a nonprofit C3, C4, something like that. So if somebody wants to make contributions and things like that, it's tax deductible. But when you're collecting these names, what you need to do is name, address, email, telephone number, cell phone. Are they willing to help? And, you know, hopefully that answer is yes. That's why you're getting their name, because if all they want to do is sign a petition at this point, that's not really going to help us. So they need to get 10 people. That's what they need to do. If they want, you know, if they want her gone, then that's what we need to do. So spread the word. Let's see what else we got on the agenda. It's going really good. Numbers are great. Just keep it up. So encourage people to go to the website and enter their stuff in, because that way it doesn't take a data entry person. It saves us some manpower, saves us a step. They go in fleshdownkatebrown.com, join the campaign, name, email address, phone number, that kind of thing. Real simple. But that's pretty much all I needed. I try to respect people's time on videos and stuff and not to drag things out. Basically what this group is, we adhere to the Oregon and federal, the U.S. Constitution. We adhere to those things. We're not about party politics. And so that part doesn't matter. I think we can all agree that we want clean air and water, safe food, all of that. We can agree on safe schools. We can agree on foster children being treated properly, getting what they need. We can all agree that our seniors and folks that can't speak up for themselves can be taken care of properly. I mean, they're talking about not even feeding them. I don't even understand this stuff. So, you know, basic human rights, all of that. And stay civil. We're not talking politics, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter, independent, Green Party, Libertarian, what have you. So we're all Oregonians at the end of the day, and that's the bottom line. We're all Oregonians, and that's what we need to remember. And just stay away from the fighting, in party fighting, all of that stuff. We want to get rid of Kate Brown. We're going to have to all come together on this kind of thing and to make that happen. The last thing I wanted to talk about, unless somebody has another question, is the difference. I have 2 friends, 2 close friends. They immigrated here from Cuba. And one was actually in the Fidel Castro had just gotten into power, and it was 1958, 1959. And he was in that jail talking with people that had been told, hey, they had gone against Castro, and so they were going to be executed the next day. So they would tell him a day in advance. And so he had some of the other people that were locked up with him in Cuba during this time, and they asked him, well, I'm going to be executed tomorrow. What do I do? His answer was pray, and maybe a miracle will happen, something. But tough situation. And the thing is, I think everybody in this group can agree that socialism is not good. And that's where I'm at. A business, clean air and water, like I said, responsibility with our forests, responsible logging, responsible forest management, all that stuff. But a business needs to be able to be a business and not be overtaxed and stuff like that. We got to be business friendly too, but let's just keep, Oregon livability includes livable wages, reasonable costs for insurance, basic things like that, and being able to raise a family safely in this state. That's what this is about. And I think we can all agree on that. So let's focus on those kind of things, those kind of positive things. And I wanted to delve a little bit more into, this is a republic. We're not a democracy. So we, of course, elect representatives to represent us. That's what makes it a republic. It's not a democracy. A democracy would be like two wolves and a sheep sitting around voting on what they're going to have for dinner. So obviously, the sheep would be outvoted. And so that's a democracy. We don't like that. And so people have let things go too long. And so become complacent, and things don't get handled. And now we have a mess. So if you want to be told what to do, if all of that, and not have free enterprise, then that's socialism. Because my two friends from Cuba, one of them, his niece is a doctor in Cuba. So he's here in Salem, but he has a niece in Cuba. Became a doctor. And you're not going to believe this. The Cuban government, once she became a doctor, sent her to Saudi Arabia, and they paid 80 grand a year, and she only got a very small portion of that. This is slavery. And so the Saudis sent the Cuban government $70,000 a year or whatever. Of her wages. That's slavery. So that's what we would have if we don't have our firearms, if we don't have all of this stuff, so that the people remain more powerful than the government that they elect to work for them. They work for us, and we trust them. But if we lose that trust, then they're gone. So anyway, that's about it. God bless. We're going to do this, people. Bye-bye.